Hey everybody, it's Brian from Carving is Fun, and I want to do a fun little project from Beavercraft. It's their little bear carving kit. I've done a couple of their carving kits on the channel before. This is one of their newer ones. It looks a little bit more, I don't know, more simplistic or complex, however the heck you want to look at it. I think it looks like a fun one. I already took one of the blocks inside of there and did a rough out with one of my saws, just to save a little bit of time. But it does come with 2 pieces of wood in there, stencils, I already used one of them, and like a bunch of other tools and whatnot in there too. You get a good amount of stuff in there, but for this one, I am going to be using my Sloyd knife from Beavercraft. Let's get started here. Looks like I'm to the point where we're going to be separating the feet out, and their basswood is actually pretty nice, so it slices pretty easily. And if you're doing this, you can work with the wood grain, which is going up and down, so you got fibers. Think about like straws going up and down the wood this direction. So if you carve directly into like this, you can utilize the wood grain by cutting along with it, and you can take off the wood a little bit easier. If you start cutting at an angle, you're going to start cutting across the wood grain. Just keep in mind that if you do it this way, you run the chance of accidentally taking off too much wood. Basically all I'm doing at this point is just roughing everything out. I'm not trying to make it close to what it's supposed to look like in the picture or anything like that. I'm just moving large sections of wood so I can start the refining process later. Ears are probably all the way back here. Yeah, where I have this line right here. Ears are going to come all the way back to here. And this is going to be forehead, which is probably going to curve backwards. Cool. And I think I'm going to try to make the face like somewhat like this. Cool. So once you get the ears and the face shaped out, we're going to do the back of the head. So we're going to kind of take off that part. Looks like just on the top. Alright, I know this arm's going to come like up to about here. They only give the stencil for like 3 sides. So a good way around that is, you see where the arm is here, you can just take, pencil, go straight across so you know the bottom of the arm's about right there. And that looks close enough. Don't need to be exact, folks. Just wing it, really. I'm going to take this part back up to here and remove that section. This part's going to be a little bit tougher to do because you're going across the wood grain, so just be patient with it. Went straight across. I'm going to go hone up my knife real quick. The kit does come with a leather strop and honing compound, so you can easily hone your knife. Make sure you hone your knife like every 10-15 minutes, maybe every 20 minutes at the most. That way you don't have to bring it to a stone and then reprofile the edge. You just have to maintain the edge, which is the ideal situation. But for me, I have a fancy power strop, so that's what I'm going to end up using here. Good enough. Let's see, we were doing the arm, that's right. So we're fixing up the arms a little bit. Now they're going to want us to separate out the arms. So this whole area here in the middle is going to get removed. My forehead's a little wonky. It looks like it's squished that way. Let's even that out a little bit while I'm here. I guess what we're going to do now is take the sides down. This section right here we're going to take down and taper inwards, it looks like. I'm just going to save my hands a little bit and use one of my gouges. You can most definitely do this with a knife, but if you have some gouges, it will save you some time. Beavercraft has some nice gouges that you can get a hold of. These ones are my OCC Tools gouges here. Very nice little set of gouges. They fit my hands nicely too, which is why I like them. These sides are not going to be like exactly the same, and that is a perfectly acceptable outcome. Just enjoy the process, folks. It's really what matters. Now it's wanting to do the back of the head. We got the neck coming around right here, so this part's going to taper in a little bit, and this spot here is going to be raised out. Yeah, it looks like for the most part from here on out it's just going to be a lot of knife work. Smooth everything out a bit. It's probably going to be the most tedious part of the whole process. like we got the little tail down here too. Let's outline the tail and get it popped out. So now I think what we're going to do is work on the face and then sand it a bit. So the face work, we'll see how good I can get it. I'm not usually good at adding little details like this, but I got my detail knife. We're going to see what I do here. But we're going to have fun in the process. Maybe it'll look like a pig, maybe it'll look like a bear. I have no idea. Just going to make it deep enough so that if I sand it, it's not going to disappear on me. There you go. I kind of recess the eyes in a little bit just to make it so that it looks like you're kind of like looking at a face. What I usually do is I start from the middle and do like a little V cut, but make it so that the eye ends up more rounded at the end. Let's see if I can get it right. If not, I will. Probably have a goofy eye then. There you go. That's good enough. Now, let's see about some sanding. So I know the kit comes with some sandpaper in it. I've learned that I don't have patience for that. So I'm going to do it with my little hand sander thing here. So I got some honey grit on here. Let's see where we go. Well, that's mostly good. I need to get the chest and some of the nooks and crannies by hand, but the rest of the body, I got to smooth out pretty well. Oh, I can't imagine doing this all by hand. My hand would be cramping up. I think that works. I'm going to blow this off with the compressor, and then I'm going to finish it up with some beeswax paste. Bam. Alright, let's see how it looks when I apply some beeswax paste. It's just basically beeswax paste and mineral oil. Just apply it like lotion. It seals everything, hydrates the wood, makes the colors pop a little bit more. It's one of those things where just apply liberally and then buff away the excess. Also, it makes it smell like honey, which is great since if it's a bear, make it a honey bear. Ooh, I think I got cat hair everywhere. Oh, my cat has been on my workbench. Try to get him off of there because I have sharp stuff on here all the time, but he's like, no, I'm going to lay on my on your workbench here. And there we go. Pretty simple little bear. Fun and easy little project. Highly recommended. I'll have the links to everything that I used in the description below. Just have at it. This is a really good little project for you. Probably, at least for me, it was a several-hour project. It would have been much longer if I didn't use my little saw to cut off the excess, but I think this would be a good weekend project for someone. Yeah. Have fun, everybody. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.